Hi there, my name is Amy Jo and I am an empath. I want to speak to you today a little bit about what being an empath really means and how you can live a normal life being an empath. A lot of people think that being an empath means that you just feel everybody else's energy and that everybody else's energy is leaching over onto you. Well, that's not exactly what it is. It's more like being an empath is we're very, very sensitive to energy. And when you're an empath, you can actually merge your energy into other people's energy fields and feel for yourself what's going on with them. So it's a type of, psychic ability. But what isn't happening, where the mistake lies in people's imagination of what's happening, is they imagine that they go out and everybody else's energy is so clingy that it's coming to you. It's not quite what's happening. What I understand is that our energy is wide open and it's sailing about, and we're trespassing into other people's energy fields. We weren't invited in, we're just going in. And so if we want to stop a lot of this merging of energy, all we have to do is call our energy back to us and then kind of close it in, corral it in, so to speak. When I first started noticing this empathic tendencies, I began crying a lot. I began crying for no reason whatsoever, and everybody in my family was really fed up with, me, because seemed like I was having a nervous breakdown, and I pretty much was, because I didn't know what was going on. But what really kind of crystallized it into my mind that it was actually other people's energy was one night I was out, I think, on an anniversary dinner with my husband, and I just began crying for no apparent reason. And my husband asked me, "Why are you crying now? What's wrong?" And I said, "I don't know." And he said, "That's not a good enough answer. Why are you crying?" And I thought, he's right. It's not a good enough answer. Why am I crying? And when I began asking myself, why am I crying? The answer came. The woman sitting behind you has just lost her husband, and she can't get used to the idea of eating alone. And my husband looked at me like I had lost it and just said, "Give me a minute." He got up and walked away. Well, now I'm sitting facing the woman at the table behind him who's facing me, and I just said, "Hi, how are you? We're having dinner tonight. I'm gonna have dessert in a few minutes. Would you like to join us?" And she declined, and pretty soon my husband came back from the bathroom and sat down, and he and I were back to normal and enjoying our dinner. And the woman stepped up to leave, and she touched my husband on the arm, and she said, "I just want you to know that your wife is an angel." She introduced herself to me and just made me feel so comfortable and peaceful. My husband died a couple of weeks ago, and I just can't get used to the idea of eating alone. Both of us are sitting there thinking, how did I know that? I have no idea how I knew that. But that was for me, what kind of set it all in. Oh, wow, there is something going on with this merging of energy. So anyway, let's go back to the idea that our energy is wide open and it's interfering into other people's stuff. The first thing to know is how to stop it. And how to stop it is to people say ground yourself, but I like to ground myself in my name and say, I am. And I imagine that I am calling my energy in. I am Amy Josepha Richards Ellis. I am Amy Josepha Richards Ellis. And I always do it 3 times. I am Amy Josepha Richards Ellis. And I'm imagining that as I'm saying that, all of my energy is coming back to me. Then I imagine that there is a beautiful green ball, a blue-green ball of light, and it just goes whipping around and seals my energy in and creates a barricade from between myself and everybody else's energy, so that I move around like my own 9-foot soap bubble, and can move around protected inside my energy field, rather than being out there and exposed like I was. So just gather your energy to you. Do whatever it takes. If you're a religious person, call upon God, Jesus, Buddha, anybody that you feel comfortable with, and ask for their assistance. And just ask to have your energy brought back to you, and that it be a boundary put up. You have no boundaries, so you want to put a boundary up between you and everyone else. I have to warn you that this doesn't last forever. You have to do it a few times a day, 3, 4, or 5 times a day. And people sometimes get upset. I mean, it's not hard. It's takes 10 seconds to say your name 3 times in the ground, and they're always like saying, "How come I have to do this over and over?" Well, how many times do you wash your hands in a day? It's not like you just do this once and it works forever. When something happens that bursts your bubble, so to speak, well, time to gather it back in. I hope this helps you. Please give it a shot and let me know. This will stop headaches, and when you're out shopping, this will open your life back up to where you can get out and get back out into public, because I really, really felt like I couldn't go out because I felt like everybody else's energy was instantly on me. And what I didn't realize was my energy was instantly on them. Good luck. Let me know what happens. Thanks. Bye-bye.